What's going on, guys? It's Ryan with Maximum RPM RC coming at you with another video today. And we're going to be doing an upgraded video on the Redcat Ascent that my buddy Nick from Dirt Devils TV is letting me borrow. And I'm going to have several screenshots coming up here. Pause them so you can read it. This is all the work that's been done to the truck. Nick wanted me to do an upgrade video on it and see what I think of it now. And I've already done the stair test at the house, and I guess I'll show you guys that clip right here. And yeah, let's see how this thing does. Also, I just wrecked my mini bike earlier today pretty bad, so I'm very sore, but my mom might have raised an idiot, but she did not raise a pansy. So let's get to Lamson is a very short run. It is also a very easy trail for the most part. But there's almost some curse to this trail that makes it... Odd things happen to really good trucks down here. And there's something that I just can't shake about this location. Every time I go out, some little thing happens that really puts a damper on a fantastic truck. And today, well, we're going to get to see a little bit of that curse. We'll get her nice and muddy for this section. I'm gonna try a little bit more of a risky line this time. Oh, there it is. Sorry, Nick, sorry. These bugs are so bad right now, it's really hard to focus. I'm almost finding that with this motor, I don't know, I'm having a hard time disciplining myself with the trigger. Boy, it just keeps kicking us. There. Not bad once I actually get it to lock in and stop driving like an idiot. Let's see how it does on the kind of warp wall, I guess we would call it. That was easy. That was easy. It's almost a little tricky. This truck is giving me a hard time with trigger discipline because it's got so much speed and power. Also, I've never driven with one of these before, so that's taken some getting used to. As far as its capability, its weight is balanced perfectly. It's really easy to control, I find, once I actually turn my impulse control on. And it's really well balanced, but there's almost, I don't know, there's something that just feels different from the way it did before, and I'm not sure if it's because of the weight. I'm not sure if I'm just feeling the difference in the weight, but I honestly think the remote is what's throwing me off with this. But the throttle it's smooth and it's easy to control, but when you're in the midsection and you're trying to just give it a little bit more, I find it's almost a little too sensitive. And you can program it. I have a programmer somewhere. Nick said to program it to what I want, but I'm not going to start messing with a bunch of his settings. I don't know, something just, it feels different. It's not a bad feeling, it's just, it feels like a different truck. The suspension and tires are great, but there's, I don't know, there's almost something to it that just feels off to me, and I can't quite place it. I think I would really need to spend some time with this thing to test it out, but that is great. Right there, that low speed control is phenomenal. The truck has plenty of grip, plenty of clearance. Look at that, right there. Okay, so if you're driving the truck like you'd be at a competition, it's fine. When you drive it like I've been driving it, it almost feels like it's stepping out of its element a little bit. But I think Nick hit a home run with this. And he did a really good job with it. It's a very neat and tidy build. Now the water's definitely higher than it was last time. You wanted her baptized, Nick. Here we go. I think we can do better than that. There we go. I don't know, there's something about this truck. I don't know exactly what it is. It's different. I like it. These Kraken tires are fantastic. Ooh, a little bit of trouble in the sand almost. There we go. I think what it is everything is super sensitive. The throttle is very sensitive, the steering is very sensitive, and I almost feel like that is what's what's giving me this kind of weird vibe about the truck. I think it's just I think it's how sensitive it is. But its steering is phenomenal. Steering is great, power is great. This thing is really spectacular. Ooh. Take a gander at that view. I got a better idea for our thumbnail. But oh my god, it wants to be a rock bouncer. It wants to be driven like a bouncer. Certainly not. Oh, it's so controllable. Wow, I'm genuinely surprised. Nick, you did a fantastic job with this. The Redcat Ascent is an insane truck. Look at that, throwing sand, having a ball. What an awesome truck this is. It really, genuinely is. Driver, maybe not so much. I'm a machine. I got the old eagle eyes. Coming down this hill, tire fell off. Oh, that sucks. No way I'm gonna find the wheel nut. Looky what I got here. A little peek at what's going on behind the tires. I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't disappointed with how the day turned out. The truck did fantastic. I feel like I was the one holding it back as a driver. I feel like I need to spend more time with a system like this and learn how to drive. However, the curse of Lampson hits once again, and it was a very small thing, but it left me wanting more, and it left me very discouraged. However, sometimes that's what you end up with. I ended up walking out of Lampson carrying the truck. I almost feel as if maybe it's not me that needs to make this run. After all, I'm just borrowing the truck. I think the owner needs to do it next.